Three friends, one amazing series of YA novels, an insatiable thirst to relive the glory that is K.A. Applegate's literary masterpiece. This is Fanimail, the Dork-Bajir Chronicles.
Hello, and welcome to the Dork-Bajir Chronicles, a podcast where we read through the Animorphs series one book at a time, and talk about it every week. Today we'll be talking about the Animorphs TV series, episode 16, called Tobias. And if it isn't clear now, I am ignoring seasons, and I'm just going by literally episode 1 of season 1 was 1, and it's going up from there, because I can't keep track of the production schedule that they used. My name is Mikhail, the host.
I'm Tessa, the expert.
And I'm Braden. I hated this fucking episode.
And we're joined, of course, by Jared McClure.
Hello.
Well, the Yerks are going to catch him now with his last name out there in public.
It's okay.
His address is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, dog.
That's from Sesame Street. 90s.
Oh, I
shout
know.
out. Yeah, okay, good.
Jared knows everything about 90s TV show.
Yeah.
This episode is terrible, but before we jump into it, let's do some quick pieces of...
Fanimail! Ooh, yeah! Fanimail! Ooh, yeah!
This is a fan mail from at Elgene Rosetta. I think I'm saying that right. From the last set of TV episodes we did. And it's another Cracker Facts shout out.
Cracker Facts! Ooh, yeah!
Very amusedly provided us with quite a few Cracker Facts, such as in 1929, due to a small shipping error, saltines were unable to be produced, leading to the stock market crash.
No!
Hashtag Cracker Facts. Also, if you want to make Cracker Facts happen, like fucking put some effort, all of you people other than this person and at Movie Polls from last week. In Dunkirk, oyster crackers were used to ferry troops back to England. Oh,
Wait, is all it takes is like people tweeting at you Cracker Facts to make Cracker Facts a section on this show? Because if so, I'm gonna start tweeting right fucking now.
I endorse all. Tweet at us. We're at Dork-Bajir. We're on Instagram as Dork-Bajir Chronicles. We're on Facebook as the Dork-Bajir Chronicles Facebook page. I endorse all hashtag Cracker Facts.
Please tweet us Cracker Facts.
Hashtag Cracker Facts.
Click on Cracker Facts. There's a lot of like non-ironic Cracker
There's some legit
Facts out
Cracker
there.
Facts. Well, that's what we're looking for. We're not about irony here on Dork-Bajir Chronicles.
That's true. We
are 100% sincere.
The next piece of fan mail comes from May Ferguson. This is an oldie but a goodie too. And since we're doing an Axe episode, May says, "So I finally had my first Cinnabon. I was so disappointed. It was not nearly as great as Axe made it seem." Now, before we tear into this poor person, I just want to make it clear that she's wrong. And Cinnabon is amazing, but I appreciate that you went through the effort and tried it because of Animorphs.
I mean, I have to be honest here. I myself have never tried Cinnabon.
Neither have I.
I once visited a place where they had Cinzio, and I tried that, which was pretty good.
This episode, called simply Tobias, was directed by Graham Lynch, once again, and written by Carl Ellsworth, and was released January 19th, 1999. Jared is going to be doing the summary.
Let's fucking do it. We'll dive right into this episode with the worst sound a episode of anything can start with, an alarm clock going off. But who's in the bed? It's a human Tobias.
Who has set his alarm for like 6:42 a.m.? Like, what the
Like
fuck?
a fucking savage.
What a psychopath. No wonder you decided to become a hawk permanently. If this is how you were living your life.
Who does that? Anyway, his aunt is calling him up. Just Toby! Toby, Toby! And I know dick all about the books, but the entire time I was like, why are you calling him Toby?
There's actually a character named after Tobias in the books who's named
Called
Toby.
Yeah.
So it has never been more clear to me that the writers of this show have not read the books.
There was also a
moment.
character briefly in one of the books named like TV or something, or like TT.
TT.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just the letters T and T as his initials.
Jesus Christ, K.A. Applegate, come on.
Yeah. Well, this aunt calling him Toby ends up being written off, as we see a bit later, that like, can you believe it? He's gotten so old now. He wants to be called Tobias. And it's like a weird, like, older relative thing where they keep referring to you as your childhood nickname. And it's like, I thought you were supposed to be an abusive piece of shit. Where is that?
He's like, Aunt, my name's Tobias now. I got a leather jacket, long hair, and now I'm a hawk. I'm Tobias. And that's about it.
But anyway.
Anyway, he wakes up, he brushes his teeth. He's essentially like, his aunt is yelling at him. She's like, how'd you sleep? Was the bed comfy? He's like whispering in the bathroom upstairs. He's like, yeah, the bed was pretty soft. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Soft bed.
Soft bed. And she's like, oh, that's good.
And then it like gets all staticky and we're like, what the fuck? And we see Tobias is in fact inside this tiny TV that Axe is holding.
Which is most definitely just a CD player. With a little tiny piece of green screen on it.
Absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so obviously a green screen, too. Like, it's way sharper than the image should possibly be.
Oh, yeah.
Not that that's, like, the worst thing this show has done, but...
Apparently it's like some kind of memory viewer.
I think he calls it like a Tarakarak deck or something.
And so, what we know about Tobias then is that
cracker.
A cracker. But Tobias has his memories in the third person, is what we can tell from this kind of device.
Oh, dang, I didn't even put that in the... Oh,
like,
shit.
we're not seeing this through Tobias's eyes. We're seeing this as a camera hovering over his shoulder as he brushes his teeth.
Well, in all fairness, can you imagine this being shot in first person? I'd kill myself.
Yeah, it was awful. It would be awful if it was in first person. So I'm glad they didn't do that. It's not like it's the Doom movie.
This would just be like 40 minutes of me just yelling. Just, ah!
Well, and then Axe is like, you know what I can do? I can make this Cracker Dacker explode, and it's this distorted dome around them instead of being in a tiny TV.
Yeah, he's like, now we're actually, like, in your memories. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah. Why is there two settings, like fucking absolute VR overload?
Or this shit, like, 2.5-inch screen.
Well, then when he first ports them into the dome, Axe is all like, it's all black and Axe is all distorted, like he's in a funhouse mirror.
Yeah, I do not understand that. Why did they do that?
Oh my god, whoever it is that plays Axe, like, does not wear the distortion well. Like, he is already a bug-eyed, scary boy. The idea that his body stretches and contorts any more than it already is,
It's horrible. So, the image distortion is fucking terrifying. We cut to Tobias' first day of school at Redacted Public, and he's like, fuck. They do the trope where it'd be like, oh, hey guys, this is my first day of school. Oh no, I dropped all my books. What am I gonna do?
God. Oh, I'm a clumsy boy. But he's also really nonchalant about it. Like, he's not very embarrassed. He's just like, oh, all right, here's my books. Pick them up.
It's because he's a sexy bad boy, and he just
He's
looks up and yells, fuck!
He's the best looking teen, like... God, why'd you have to make this guy be the one to be Tobias stuck as a hawk the whole time? Who doesn't even look at the actors he's acting with? This hawk is a terrible actor.
So he walks up to where he thinks his locker is, and there's a typical jock standing there in his Letterman jacket.
And this jock is apparently a senior, and Tobias is apparently a freshman, and Tobias is taller than the senior. Rachel comes up to Tobias and is like, oh, your locker is downstairs here. And there's not even any locks on these lockers. They just pop open.
I also really wanted, Rachel to walk away. She'd be like, don't get near that creepy jock dude again. He'll try and force suck your dick. You know, it's just
hot damn.
So they walk down, he's like, oh, here's your locker. Just hit it and it'll open. I'm like, oh yeah, these things are really fucking secure.
Yeah, man.
Then we cut to, we get to see they kind of have like the flirty eyes with each other, like Tobias and Rachel do. We can cut to the barn where Axe is like, it's like, I'm learning to be human.
Because it's like, it all goes dark, and Tobias is like, whoa, what's going on? And Axe is like, now it's my turn to look at my memories.
Yeah, it's so confusing. Like, why does he just hijack this memory for no reason?
Asshole no move.
Like, you realize that you're going through his memories because he's a fucking hawk now, and he's trying to get some semblance of being human again.
And we don't want to see your fucking shitty walking like a circus freak memory.
With a fucking leather jacket.
But the Axe's look is fresh to death. Once he gets the cardigan on correctly and he puts the jacket on, he's like high-kneeing it all the way out of the barn. Finds $10 in the pocket of a leather jacket.
He's like Gilbert Grape and walking around. And
it's like, well, we all watched this episode together, and someone said, what was it? It's like Bruce Willis trying to get an Oscar for being a disabled kid.
Oh my god.
Axe is so confused. He's walking around. He's so confused by steps. Like, does the Andalite home planet just not use steps anywhere?
It's entirely flat plane, the entire planet.
Steps are going to be similar whether you have 2 legs or 4, dude.
Horses can't do steps.
I thought that was only cows.
No, cows can't go downstairs.
Nothing on 4 legs can climb stairs. It's just not possible.
Nothing.
Wait, our cat has 6 legs?
Yes.
No.
Or
God.
just one secret 5th leg.
Oh no.
Ugh.
It's not a secret
It's not a secret.
anymore.
Secret.
Yeah.
So Axe high-knees himself into a cab with the rude fucking cab driver.
Also, he doesn't know how to, he doesn't know how to walk, but he knows how to hail a cab.
Right? Like, you don't know how to
No,
open
he just
a
sticks
door?
his hand out.
Yeah, but...
He's like trying to shake
He's
hands
just
with
trying
it.
to wave at the nice strangers.
Oh, God.
Keep this the
That's
whole
right.
fucking video,
I'm committing to it.
Good.
This is the whole night now.
But he's hailing something. Like, and he's like,
Maybe he's just
and
trying
then
to
the
hit
cab
them.
pulls up, he's like, yo, you need a ride? He's like, no, I need transportation. And it's like, fuck you, Axe. I hope you get hit by the next car you see.
So he's like, he asks the cab driver to take him to where the humans are. So the cab driver takes him to the mall. And I guess it's only a $6 cab ride, so that's not bad.
Also, this fucking city has the cheapest cabs ever.
Like, it's $6
It was 99,
starting.
y'all. It was 99.
Cabs definitely cost more than $6.
Nah.
Especially considering the fact that, like, oh no, I guess he doesn't get food at the mall, does he?
No, he gets a free ice cream later that he completely
okay,
fucks up.
Oh yeah. Maybe it was like the Canadian writers being like, well, American dollars are worth more than Canadian dollars, right?
A cab around town, $6.
$20 cab ride. That's like $6, right? $6.
Fuck.
So he gets out of the cab at the mall, and the cab driver's like, yo, you gotta pay for it. He gives him the crumpled 10 and gives him a couple ones back, and fucker high-knees it into the mall, ends up at this food court video game place.
Where they all go, which we found out, I believe in this episode, is called Siberia.
Yeah, this is where we found out it's called Siberia. Like Cyber-eria.
Siberia. I hate it.
Axe across everyone in this place. He's like, hello, this food looks delicious.
I like your
Greetings.
clothing.
Like, you're so, like, it's you're trying to be sweet, but it's just so creepy.
And I really want them to, like, if they ever do the Netflix original dark gritty reboot of this, I want to go up and be like, your breasts are fantastic. And go from there.
I mean, really, he should be walking around with a huge boner. He's a teenage human boy with no idea how to control himself. Aren't you guys just jizzing
Yeah.
The
constantly?
reason he gets
What?
thrown out of the mall in the reboot is because he just got caught jerking it. Because
doesn't
I don't
understand
know what this does.
Human customs.
Okay, why is the reboot like fucking softcore porn now for some reason?
Because I'm writing it, Mikhail. Get off my back.
But they keep the same weird, out of focus 6-pixel.
And it's the same actor playing Axe. He's just really fucking old now. He's 20 years older. We start filming next month.
He goes up in for real life, not the softcore porn writing, but he goes up to this random guy who's playing some video game. He's like, oh, it's a training simulator for killing people.
For human warriors.
Well, this is obviously not at all accurate, and the guy is so flustered, he fucking walks off a cliff and loses?
Yeah, this dude fucking sucks at this game.
He's so bad at video gaming.
That is what we call it. Video gaming.
Video game.
Video gaming, video
I'm
blaming.
honing my video gaming skills. Anyways,
So,
yeah.
he gets the jock.
First we are interrupted again.
No.
Yeah.
The jock throws him out first.
No, because first it's Tobias' memory of meeting Alfangor, and then Axe can't handle it. He freaks out.
Unfortunately, we're interrupted from the end of this episode by more of this episode.
Just when you think this episode's over, it keeps going and it ruins the episode.
Yeah, it's weird that they even needed to, I don't know, like...
This whole episode doesn't make any sense. It doesn't do anything to progress the story.
I think it's essentially because in the last ones, we didn't have any Tobias or Axe.
So they're like, okay, you have
So
to
they're
show
like,
up,
okay, this has to be entirely about Tobias and Axe.
try and, get some screen time in. But, like, it doesn't even progress the characters forward. Like,
No, it's the stuff we already know about them.
well, like, in episode 1 of the TV show, there's the part where everybody's at the barn, and then Tobias runs away, and they're looking for him, and he's hiding behind a tree. So then this episode kind of explains that. He ran into the woods and was freaked out, went to Siberia, and this random friendly black man just told him to be a hero?
Yeah.
And he was
Named
like, yeah,
Frank.
You're right.
Fred. Yep.
Oh my god, and I forgot. He morphs the hawk to his first time morphing, and the background music is singing Sweet Bird of Prey, Fly Away.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Prey, fly away.
It's like they hired...
I'm not promising anything, but I may or may not include that in the background of this episode.
Please, God, do it.
Please.
Just, I want it really loud, obnoxiously loud over all our talking.
It's like, I think they just hired one of the producers, like, daughters or nieces to write lyrics for this scene.
Also, I had no idea in this one that Elfangor and Axe were brothers.
Yeah, this is the one where you find out that Alfangor is Axe's brother. No,
Yeah.
you don't. Don't you find that out when you're supposed to find that out when we find Axe.
Yeah, I don't know if it was said in the show, though.
Guess what, though?
No, it
Even in
totally
the books,
was.
it doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
It does not matter.
It doesn't really.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It
there's
doesn't
not
change
even-
anything.
There's not
It's
even
not
an
like he
emotional
never like
moment
pins
here.
Mr. 3 down with like his ass blade to his throat. It's like, you killed my brother, bitch! And then like cut his head off.
No, they just hold hands and arm wrestle
Yeah.
a little bit.
You were there, Jared. Don't pretend you didn't see it.
Dance a little bit like Teletubbies do.
We switch back to Tobias's memories and
No,
he's
to Axe's memories.
to Axe's memories. Sorry.
Oh no.
Because Tobias was doing the Sweet Bird of Prey Fly Away.
Yeah, the guy he was fucking with in Siberia, like literally throws him in the trash, and the cabbie drives up again, and it's like, need a ride, kid? And you think he's gonna be like, man, this kid's obviously having a rough time since he literally saw him get thrown in the fucking trash.
That's gonna be his white Fred.
White Fred's gonna tell him how to be a hero.
But no, he just picks him up. He's like, this is where $4 gets you, kid. Eat shit, and kicks him out of the fucking cab right in the middle of this park.
Luckily, there's a cute lady at the ice cream stall there who gives him a free ice cream cone.
He's like, 'cause you're cute. It's on the house. He's, what house? 'Cause he can't even fucking speak. I hate him.
So he takes the ice cream cone, walks 5 steps, puts it in his shoe, and then dots it all over his face, and then drops it. Right in full view of this lovely ice cream lady.
Yeah, Jared, did you understand the shoe joke?
I did not even a little. If I had been watching this by myself, I'd be like, this is fucking stupid.
I don't think they'd mentioned in any part of the TV show so far that like they eat through their feet. I don't know why the hell they did
Because
that.
I did not know that until when we watched this together.
Yep, and I think we said,
And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then you're like, oh, 'cause Andalites eat through their feet. And I'm like, that's really stupid.
it's so dumb, like you're obviously wearing
Why
a
is
shoe.
that a thing? They have hands, and Andalite feet are hooves.
Or are they hooves?
I'm pretty fucking
don't
sure
know.
they're hooves. We saw that, and that was definitely a horse.
Yeah, it's true. It was definitely just a fucking blue spray painted
It's
horse.
a blue spray painted horse. But yeah, he gets 2 scoops of ice cream from this cute chick and just drops it. And then he's like, ooh, look, a dog. And then he morphs dog. But you guys pointed this out too. You can't morph from a morph.
No, you can't acquire from a morph either. He would have had to hide in these 3 trees.
Grab this
demorph
dog.
to Andalite, grab the dog, acquire the dog, morph the dog, and we know from the books and the TV show that morphing takes like a minute or 2. They've said that clearly several times, that it takes like a minute or two.
But it doesn't in the TV series. It's instantaneous.
In the book series, it ends up being instantaneous too. Some of the hijinks they get into,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, there's no way this took 5 minutes.
Yeah. Either way, it doesn't make sense. So he morphs dog and hauls ass back to the barn where Cassie walks in again, and he's just wandering in circles like, oh, look what I was doing the whole time you were away. Wandering in circles, learning to use human legs.
I definitely didn't spend 10 of your dollars. Like you were saving up for an SNES game. Or a new Nice as Neat CD.
I think Cassie listens to rap, like, low-key. That's my theory. No one cares. Okay.
No.
I think, and then we come.
I mean, that's
back
basically
to,
it, right?
Well,
we missed the little bit more of Tobias, because there's another flashback of Tobias, and him and Rachel are walking home one day. I guess just after they had like met Alfangor and all that stuff.
this is like when the kids were after the barn. They go and try and investigate some of the or they go to the construction site again, and this is when Cassie or Rachel is stuck as a cat and Jake is stuck as a dog, and they're trapped in a pipe with like Chapman or Tom right there, and then Tobias comes and saves them as a hawk. So this is the morning after, and they're talking about that.
Him and Tobias and Rachel are walking down. He's like, oh, you don't ever feel like just not doing any of this? There is so much sexual tension in this part.
Oh yeah, they're talking about like, Tobias is like, wait, you also had doubts about being a hero?
I thought it was just me.
And Rachel's like, yeah, fuck what? Of course I had doubts. You're really cute though, so let's like walk side by side.
You know what I didn't have doubts about though? Gargle, gargle, gargle.
What are you doing? Is that a sex thing?
Have you not had
Nailed
sex,
it,
Mikhail?
Mikhail.
Have you not had sex?
Have you? Jesus.
No, I've never had sex. We know this. Hi, Mom.
The episode ends with I guess Tobias acts in Tobias.
He's picturing his human form.
And he's like, wait, how is this happening? Oh, I guess it's making an instant memory. I'm like, that still doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any fucking
Because if it's an instant memory, which by the way is just what's happening right now, he wouldn't be his human form.
No, what the fuck?
If it's happening right now, you're a hawk, dude. Sorry. Like, you shit the bed, you're a hawk. Just deal with it, dog.
Just fucking deal with it, dog. There is a moment where he's in Siberia, Fred talks to him, Tobias glances down and looks up, and Fred is gone. And it's like he was never there, and it's probably gonna end up being some kind of Elemist bullshit, but I'm over it.
Oh, you know they're never touching this again, though, right?
Oh, no.
We're never gonna hear about this again.
Literally,
It's not like the Elemist is gonna show up and just be like, yo, remember Fred? Hi.
This episode,
Why me?
This episode was the biggest waste of time
Holy
that has ever
shit.
literally none of the books that we have read or are about to read, and yes, I'm including those ones in the future ones, like all of those books at least give something, either some kind of plot or some kind of character development, and this TV episode did nothing. It was such a waste of time.
It gave us that sick flying montage.
Oh, we did get a flying montage with a bird of prey.
I didn't even get it until you
are you
guys
ready?
said
Because I
it.
found the credits of that song.
Oh my god.
It's called Fly Away by just Poe. Or it's performed by Poe, I should say. Written by Annie Danielewski.
Written by Annie Danielewski, performed by Jack Black and Kung Fu Panda?
P.O.E. So I think it's Edgar Allan Poe from the past resurrected.
Oh, that's why it's about birds. Edgar Allan Poe. Raven's not a bird of prey, though, so you fucks that up.
Everyone here should know also that I've been listening to Fly Away by Poe in the background of this whole conversation.
Oh my god.
I hope you have.
From their album Hello.
Feel like it's like I'm watching myself from outside my body be sad about this podcast. I'm like listening to everyone else talk, and I'm just like, fly away.
It's just like a flying circle around you sitting at your computer. It's sad.
I'm so tired.
Like Tobias's aunt is supposed to be like abusive and kind of shitty, right? Like that's the whole deal, is that she like, his uncle is a drunk who doesn't care and doesn't pay attention to him whether he leaves or stays. And his
or at
aunt,
least that Tobias sees it that way.
And then he sees his aunt is just kind of using him as her little gopher to do all kinds of chores and things around the house, and she also doesn't really care about him. And then this TV show, she just seemed to be like a nice lady who's probably looking for her nephew Toby right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this just made me sad.
He actually comes across as kind of an asshole. He's like, "It's Tobias," and it's like, she was being really nice to you.
It's like
You
just
didn't have
asking.
to talk to her like that.
Like, I know you're 13, but stop.
Also, that never occurred to me now. What does, like, his family think? Like, oh, well, Tobias is dead. That sucks.
It's in the books. It's described
Pretty
like,
much.
like literally his.
He's
aunt
in a
thinks he's at his
dumpster
uncle's.
with his pants down, cum on his ankles, and a belt around his neck.
Ugh,
Christ.
Brayden.
The Trump special.
Oh my god, guys! Everybody's wondering, like, is he gonna be impeached? Is he gonna get a second term? No! Trump will be our first president to die of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Wow.
God, I hope so.
And the wildest thing is that we, pre-record this. So between the recording of this and like 2 days from now when it goes live, like, so that might have actually happened. We might have just predicted the future there.
I hope we did. I really do. Because I would...
You think that?
That would be like, you know how some people have the like that false newspaper thing where whoever the other president, it says like whoever the other president is won.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what that is.
Are you on drugs?
Yes, but that's aside from the point. I know what I'm talking about here.
Oh shit, you guys, Jared's just timing,
Hold on.
stepping all over the room now.
Hold on.
He's on the same kind of
Yeah.
acid that Axe dropped.
Jared, stop putting ice cream on your feet.
He puts it in his forehead like you are morphed
Jared,
human.
what's wrong with your wrists? And why does it look so offensive? Why does it look like you're making fun of somebody?
There was a like
Like a prank where like
no. It was like after a presidential election, the newspaper had printed both, like so and so won and so won.
Oh, they had it prepped and then they printed the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, the president
this.
who actually won is holding, like, up the thing and saying the other president won. But yeah, I just picture that. Like, some people have those framed. I want, like, Trump dies from autoerotic asphyxiation framed on my wall.
I think we can make that happen.
Done.
Come on.
Fake news. But okay.
I think we can literally make that happen.
I mean, Photoshop. It's not- yeah, it's
No, I
pretty
was
easy,
thinking, like,
actually.
literally convince him to kill himself through autoerotic asphyxiation.
I watched a short film once that was really cool where it was about this random guy goes into an office building and talks to this person that's like, "Hi, I'm an assassin from this group of assassins where we all get together and we think really hard about how we want someone to die, and then they die." And this guy is like, "This is super sweet. Where can I sign up to be an assassin? I hate my coworkers." And he's like, No. I'm telling you because you're the one we've been thinking we want to die."
Jesus.
It's great. then he gets so freaked out he runs out of the building and straight into traffic.
Fuck.
And that's just what the conversation reminded me of. Okay, you guys remember last week where I talked about how Jake and Marco were covered in slime in the barn and like giving each other's the makeout look where they're like eye flicking from the eyes to the lips to the eyes?
Oh, yeah.
Tobias and Axe do this in the dreamscape right at the end of this episode.
Well, you say that because they're an inch away from each other,
Well, and also,
looking directly into each other's eyes.
they look at each other's eyes, but they also flick down and look at each other's mouths. Like it's incredibly sensual.
It reminded me of there's an American Dad episode where they find a script to one of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just filled with, like, gay porn scenes. And they're like, wow, we gotta get rid of this. So they, like, scrap all those, and they're like, we have 7 pages left. But then they take it to Hollywood, and he's like, this isn't a real Fast and the Furious script. Where's all the gay porn? And they're like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, in order to make those movies authentic, we shoot everything, and we edit it down to what you see in the theaters. And I'm like, holy shit, this is what they're doing here.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I'm going to start the song again. So
Astute.
Mikhail just, like, unironically loves this fucking song now.
I'm not joking. I'm starting to relate too much to it as I hear more of it.
You need some fucking sleep.
Okay, astute fans will realize that Brayden called his friend David in that imaginary scenario where he was accosted by the porny producer, and he's definitely a David apologist. We all already knew that, but
okay, that's not. It's not
Brayden.
that David. I didn't know David, the fictional character. I've talked about my David.
Have we? Have we really? Or is that just a meth-induced imagining that you thought of when you were a bird of prey flying away?
Brayden, have you thought about it this way, though?
Yeah.
Sure, it don't matter, except in the most important way, as if to say, hey, fly away, sweet bird of prey.
You know what? The saddest thing is that birds can't eat crackers.
I won't stand in your way, sweet bird. If you knew the words I know that you'd say, fly away.
It's just... You know when you're like sitting in class and you look out the window and you see a bird just zooming around and you're like, I wish I were free like that. Well, you can be.
I'm like, where's my BB gun? Get that fucking bird off that sky.
Yes, because you're fucked up.
That's true.
You're a fucking redneck for some reason?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
in high school.
You were a redneck in high school?
No.
No, you weren't. You only ever lived in cities.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
were part of the news crew.
If birds were crackers, what cracker would they be?
Birds would be Cheez-Its.
No, what bird would be a Cheez-It?
Jesus Christ, Mikhail. There's a lot of birds.
There's at least 12
There's a lot of crackers,
birds,
bro.
Mikhail.
There's a lot of crackers.
Oh, you got me there.
What bird would be a Cheez-It? Those owls that dig.
I think we have your next essay, Brayden.
Yeah. Okay.
Which bird would be a cracker? Hashtag cracker facts.
I feel like a sparrow would be like a saltine because it's so common and boring.
Okay, are ospreys goldfish crackers then? Because they fish?
What's a crow
No.
then?
No. First of all, an osprey is like a fancy ass, like gold dusted cracker from a fucking restaurant. Like,
Oh my
ospreys are not on the
God.
same level.
Or the handmade saltines that I made once that didn't turn out all that great. It took a really
That
long
doesn't sound like
time
something
for
you should be
something that
making
did
by
not
hand.
need to take a really long time.
Why did you make saltines?
I don't know. I saw a recipe and I was like, that'd be cool.
You know what?
And it took me like 2 hours and I'm like, these cost 40 cents.
Bald eagles would be Ritz cracker apple pie.
Why do you keep bringing up this fucking Ritz cracker apple pie? Stop pushing your Ritz cracker apple pie agenda on us.
Because fucking bald eagles are super American and so is goddamn apple pie.
Mock apple pie.
Freedom.
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 That was the whole episode of
That was it.
Series.
We've talked long enough about this stupid episode.
Yeah. It's not good.
Then if we keep talking, Mikhail's just gonna keep listening to this post song and just bring us
He's
all
gonna
down.
actually start crying in real life, and I can't deal with that.
Listen, if you knew the words, I know what you would say. Fly. Fly away.
Holy shit.
Fly away.
Next week we'll be discussing the song Fly Away by Poe over and over and over again.
That'll be every episode until we're done.
So we're
Until I
dead.
die, which will be one more episode because the song is so fucking depressing on me. Okay. Okay, no, we'll be watching the next episode in the Animorphs TV series, and it's called Not My Problem. Predictions from the group?
Oh, Marco's gonna be a little sassy bitch.
When is he not?
Damn.
though?
It's either gonna be not Marco's problem, so he's not gonna do anything, or it's gonna be like Jake being like, not my problem, and Marco's like, dude, it's totally your problem. Remember how I was sad last time, and then we went to space, and turned out my mom's not dead.
True.
I'm thinking it's gonna go book 19. Cassie quits.
Okay.
No, it's because they like to get inspiration from the books and kind of mash some of them together. So I think it's gonna be like book 19 and maybe also book 11 where they're in the jungle for some reason because this show likes to do mashups.
I mean, who doesn't like mashups?
It might be a callback to book number 1 where the sky should break and the earth should shake, as if to say, sure, it all matters, but in such an unimportant way, as if to say, hey, Fly away. Sweet boy.
I quit. I'm done. I can't do it.
Fuck! I'm crying. I'm so sad now.
Yeah. That's all I have left in this
Brayden,
world.
what do you have a prediction? And tell me it's not a Poe song.
Well, I mean,
Tell me it's not a Poe song.
okay, let me think. Because I know
He's looking
everything
up the
that's
lyrics.
gonna happen.
Brayden, I have an unrelated text message coming your way in the Skype.
I think this bird you cannot change.
Yes.
I think I am free as a bird now. And this bird you cannot change. Free bird solo. This is the
guys.
free bird guitar solo.
I'm so angry now. It's like everything matters in such an invisible way.
Okay.
As if to say it's okay.
Jared, I know you do stuff on the internet. Where can we find you?
You can find me at collectivelegacy.org under the Two Nerds in a
RedTube.com.
Basement Two Nerds in a Basement header, and I promise I don't mention a Poe song in any episode ever. And we will not be discussing a Poe song in any future episodes.
Unsubscribe.
Also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Two Nerds in a Basement across the board there. Find us where you listen to your podcast.
And for Dork-Bajir, you can find us at our podcast page, also on collectivelegacy.org. And we've also got the Instagram, the Twitter, the Tumblr, the Facebook.
And you can remember to subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to check us out. Give us a 5-star review. Come on. I'll do mouth stuff. That's right. I'm not being specific. Mouth stuff. I don't know what you want. Maybe you don't know either yet. I'll fucking do it. I'm telling you right now, I will.
Who wants to take odds on the fact that there's gotta be a podcast called Mouth Stuff already?
Oh my god.
I guarantee
Imagine. There should be if there isn't.
Shout out to our friends over at Mouth Stuff. You can show your support for our show at our Patreon page, patreon.com/DORKBAJIR.
We offer special bonuses for patrons, like access to our Discord server, Animorphs essays written by us, and much, much more,
You
including...
always say that in your sexy voice, and you're always
Yeah, well-
Gets me going.
who's that? Who's there?
What? You fucking interrupted him. What's the much, much more? Like, I gotta know
it's too late. No, neither you nor anyone else will ever know what I was going to say, because Tessa had to let me know how badly she needed to pee.
Well, do you know blue balls is a medical condition?
It sounded like you'd finished speaking. Come on. We like to give a shout out to our patrons at the Dork-Bajir level or higher by giving them an Animorph style title, starting with...
Big shout out to Michael Armenta, if you knew the words.
Anyanka, I know that you'd say.
Greg Della Posta, that the sky should break.
Shanna, that my hands should shake.
Ace Chaves, as if to say, hey.
Oh, are we turning up the game?
Alamist.
Are we doing
No,
ASMR
we're not.
again?
We're not.
Alamist, sure, it don't matter, except in the most important way.
Andrew Vila, I won't stand in your way, sweet bird. If you knew the words, I know
Don't blow
that
all the
you'd
words.
say,
We've still got like 5 more.
fly, fly away.
And Brayden, I need this. I'm not good at these, and this is helping.
Right.
Mariah Wamby, it makes sense that it should feel this way.
Where the fuck is the colon, Jared?
It's on the
It's butt.
at the end. Because that was her name, and now it's that you slowly fade.
Max Hannicut, everything matters in such an invisible way.
Zachary Vaudo, as if to say.
It's the last 3 lines, Brayden. Come on.
Martha Urquhart, as if to say, it's okay, fly away.
God damn it, Brayden! Now I need to think up something.
Why'd you use all of it?
No, he can make up his own joke.
I can't.
Yeah. Don't hold his hand. Let him learn on his own.
Steam-driven, fly away.
For the Fanimorphs, my name is Mikhail, the host.
I'm Tessa the expert.
And I'm Braden. I'm getting a messenger video call, and wow, they are not giving up.
And I'm Jared. I won't sing this post song ever again.
And this has been... It makes sense it should happen this way. The sky should break. The earth should shake. The Bajir Chronicles. Wow, ruined the fade out for me. Who did that? Not joking, it actually has been on repeat for the last
I believe it.
I believe it.
I've
How
noticed your
distracted
mood.
we've all have been. Like, we're all listening to it right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Jared, and this is Two Nerds in a Basement. Once a week, me and another nerd watch one of the over 70 movies put out by Marvel or DC Comics over the last 50 years, and talk about them for far too long.
Can we just take a moment to address the fact that Howard the Duck looks like Martin Sheen?
You just want a Jimmy Olsen torture scene, right?
Something. Don't just shoot him in the head. Like, string him up by his toenails and just go to town on him.
And he's just got this scratchy voice. It's so annoying.
What's our solution to nuclear warfare? 10-year-olds?
It's like, I want to be a witch. I want to you explore the black magics, and you get the aesthetic of your dreams, right?
I went straight to the boob grabbing. Hang on. Let me get there.
Brought to you by
Collective Legacy.
a podcast network.